Hey, welcome to Pill Diaries. It's a bloody freezing day. Out of nowhere, winter has taken a resurgence. Come back big time. It's actually been snowing, ground's dry, so things are settling, but then it just dries off and evaporates. Anyway, it's feeling more and more quiet and eerie every day. And one of the things I've been thinking about, well, I've been looking through some of these videos of people that have died in certain countries, is the lack of tears. This is something that people mentioned in the Sandy Hook situation in America that many called a false flag. I've got no opinion on it, so let's not get into that argument. But it is an observation that you have to look at, the way that people act, and then the excuses that come out, which is always people have different ways of showing grief. Yes, but there are commonalities. For example, if I punch someone in the face, most people will go, oh. They'll lift their arm, they won't start doing star jumps, you know what I mean? Some people might, but that would be the exception. When everyone starts doing star jumps, you have to start asking questions. And when no one has got tears in their eyes, like one woman whose daughter died, one guy whose father died, there's a whole bunch of them I've seen. It's actually quite, there you go, have a look at it yourself. I'll try and find some of the ones I've been watching before and post them below. It's just very strange. It's just, I'm just floating ideas here. What if it's something that is in certain countries that definitely has this disease? As for it being disease or not, I saw something the other day that was saying that they were inspecting the proteins on the surface of this virus, the corona part of it, the crown part of it, and these scientists had said that because, well, they can tell, I think it was to do with cloning. They said that they're not identical. They'd be identical if it had been bioengineered or genetically engineered. Oh, brrr, it's so cold. All right, sorry for the wind here. But right here, come on, let me throw it for you. Here we go. So, that was meant to be proof that it's not bioengineered. The only thing I would say with any of these videos, any of the videos that say, I've got to the stage I don't want to really watch any of these things anymore because we'll never know the truth. It could be, let's say, because I know I was saying a lot of stuff about the bioweapon thing before, and that's only because everyone's calling it a disease. I don't like people having conclusive. Well, I'll go against the mainstream conclusive opinions if they're going towards an opinion that's not proven. Even though the other side that I'm saying is not proven either. So. All I would say is that if there are scientists that are out there that are saying it looks genetically engineered, and other ones that are saying it isn't, well, they should all get together and have a debate, and then the strongest argument would win, wouldn't it? That's how you usually do things. Anyway, and the other side of it is whether it is or isn't. You can years ago, the English government went around the world looking for viruses that could use as bioweapons. This is in the 1800s, or actually even before that. I think it's as far back as Livingstone's time. So that's 1600s, Anyway, just some ideas there. Other idea is about this lack of tears is maybe the real virus is in some countries and not in others, because how harsh it seems to be in Iran and Italy and a few other places. South Korea is one as well. Could be just to, like some people say, to mop up all the old people, get rid of all the baby boomers who've had a fairly good life compared to other generations, and also the government spent all the money that they set aside for their retirements and the 401ks and all those sort of things. There's so many things it can be. It can just be the truth. It can just be that we are going through this event. We'll never know. It's just that, I don't know, something feels strange. About a year ago, I noticed an influx of people, including myself, saying, I can feel something's coming. If you do a search on it, you probably do a search on that string, you might see a lot of stuff on YouTube. You would have to do quote mark feel something coming, close quote, plus YouTube, and then that might return some results. I'm not going to bother looking into it because I'm actually over this shit. I'm spending more of my time preparing, make sure I've got everything that I need, make sure I can hold on to what I have and weather the storm, come through it, and also do a little bit of work because the monetary system hasn't collapsed yet. So while it hasn't, keep putting in invoices, making, doing a bit of work, making money here and there. So that you're as well prepared as you can be, or you can weather the longest storm. That's about all I've got to say really on that one. Don't spend all your time focused on reading these videos because that could be the fodder. Just have them look on videos all day and keep their minds away, keep their minds occupied while we're up to whatever it is, military event, for all we know. I don't have any conclusive proof of any one thing, so there's no point saying that anyone. That's why I said my friend was saying about the alien thing the other day. He said, "Oh, don't get into that." I said, I wasn't even saying that. All I was saying was it could be. It could be anything because we just don't know anything right now. Oh, I've got my fire on because it's freezing. All the things it could be. Like I say, it could just be exactly what the narrative, the mainstream narrative is. It could be that. And that's the thing that people who are in the Twitter community need to understand. This could be just exactly what the media says it is and what the government says it is. It could also very likely be a global level 9/11 event, which was something that was contrived, no doubt about it. Mentioned before, I'm not going to go into it again. If you haven't bothered to actually research that one, that's on you. I'm never going to call it something that really happened the way they told us it happened, because it wasn't. But I'm also not going to sit and argue about it either, because I can't be bothered. If you can't be bothered opening your eyes and looking around and doing your own research, then fuck it, it's your thing. Today I've been looking for things that I can, if all the shops close, because the shops here seem to be, just to give you a bit of an update on Slovenia, the shops here seem to all be open. Not all, sorry, the big ones are open. They've got some controls in place, like all the spray outside telling you to keep 2.5 meters apart. It was 1.5 before. Now they've got professional stickers up and all that sort of stuff. Oh, I've seen tanks and stuff rolling in. So a friend of mine sent me a thing from Germany. My other friend's in Poland. He was saying that. I said that one already actually about the forestry commissioner catching it. There's all these little things going on. Military is getting deployed, which is fair enough. So Scotland, Germany, New Zealand, there's a big deployment of military. That might be just because I've got contacts in those countries. It might be because that's the places where it's happening the most. It's happening in America as well. It's just odd to me that they would send out tanks. What's the tanks for? And the other thing is, what are the? I mean, is it just picking up bodies and disposing of them? I guess it would be that if they're looking for the worst. But otherwise, where's the medical degrees? What are you going to do? What are you going to do when someone starts coughing and spluttering? You're going to start administering first aid, and get sick yourself. I don't know. Definitely a lot of stuff that seems strange. Definitely things don't feel right. Going on to the comment that I said before that something felt like it was coming already for the past a few years at least. Not just the collapse of the economy, but a trigger event that might be used to blame that. So, and I actually thought it was more likely to be some kind of war event or something, but I suppose you could class this as a war event. I mean, there's a video by Cliff High the other day. I'll put that in the link. He's on the kind of extreme prepper side of it. It's definitely worth putting his one in there, because I'll tell you why. Even if you don't believe, this is what I don't like about self-censorship. Please, Rumble, come on. I'll give you one later on. Even if you don't believe people, I don't like telling people that they're basically shutting people down. You know, the labels were used for that. The whole tinfoil hat label was used, you know, to take something that is most likely true and label it so it can be put away and forgotten about and not given any credibility. You know, I don't like that kind of stuff. To me, if something has any credibility at all and it's got any rationale behind it, it means that someone who doesn't believe it, who they need to fight their rationale against what that rationale is, and then the victor goes the spoils. You know what I mean, of being believed. There's no reason that people couldn't do that more often in life, instead of just saying, "Oh, he's did you see that novel this guy wrote, and it's 400 pages about X, Y, Z, and blah, and it ties it into this and that." Yeah, no, but didn't he get done that one time for drink driving? You know, irrelevant. You know, but that's the kind of thing that people will do to dismiss someone. Oh, he's a complete asshole. I saw how he treated his girlfriend and blah blah blah, or whatever it might be. These ridiculous things that people do that have no correlation to the subject, or the evidence that person may have, or the argument that person may have, with no evidence, and just shut it down just because of some completely uncorrelated event or circumstance. Just so dumb. Yeah, what's the other things I've been thinking of the last few days I was going to talk about? There's so many things that could be, and the thing is, I'm saying these because they're things that you gotta not rule out, because we don't know yet. And the only thing that we have as a constant is the fact that all of our governments, no matter where you live in the world, lie to us practically all the time, right? And I'm not going to even say that Scotland's not like that. I'm pretty sure it's the same. A lot of the weird things have happened in my country that I think, why didn't they just do X, Y, Z? And why didn't they just do this or that? You know, and they haven't done it. For example, why didn't Scotland just declare independence, given the fact that we already have a declaration of our growth that was sent to the Pope in 1320, when, you know, the English only took control of our country in what was it, 1707 or 1607, 320 years ago. Yeah, the 1707. So on that note, what I wanted to say, I just dropped my phone, so I'm not using the selfie stick. What I wanted to say was that it could be a human clearing event. I've mentioned the Georgia Guidestones the other day. I also mentioned Agenda 21. These are things that I don't know if they're true or not. I'm just saying that you can't help notice that many hundreds of thousands of people in the world do understand the existence of these things, and the fact that so many conspiracy theories throughout history have proven to be true, that it would be kind of very naive and stupid to discount things like that. I might leave it at that because I think I've got a visitor here. Okay, have a good one. Bye. Should I mention any more? Yeah, it could be a human clearing event to make way for the pensions, like I said before. It could be this Agenda 21 to bring the human population down. It could be because they've got to this certain stage, they know that we are really at our last, let's say the environmental thing's true. It could be for the greenhouse gas thing, it could be our last day. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. I'll probably cover this more later. Bye.